Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. Happy Monday. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, however you consume this. Thanks to those that leave the very kind messages on the comments. I really appreciate it. I hope this is helpful, and I will continue to bring you these videos. So today we're going to look at Bitcoin, what's going on. We're having a bit of a correction, that ABC correction we've been anticipating. We're also going to have a look at some other altcoins, as well as the total market cap, to see what may be coming next in terms of the trends. All right, so let's get into it. So having a look at Bitcoin, we're on the hourly chart now, and we see that we've had a drawdown since the UTAD, so upthrust after distribution. Well, that's a bit difficult to say. That's from Wyckoff analysis. Basically, the idea is simple. You have the market sort of reaching a top, or you have an asset that has topped out, right? So the buying pressure has been exhausted, and the selling pressure kind of starts to take hold. Now you get distribution, basically saying, everybody's saying, okay, this is overvalued, let's start selling. It's not worth this much. And then people say, well, I don't know, maybe it is. And so that is what a strong asset does. Like Bitcoin has a lot of strength, a lot of momentum. Basically, people are like, well, what is the top value of this at this moment in time? So this is that upthrust after distribution. People kind of questioning the actual value and trying to see how high they can sell it at. So that's why you have this. And right after we have the drawdown, and basically once you see this, you see this kind of how do you say, a five-wave motion, a five-wave impulse downward. Sorry, that's the Elliott wave, five-wave impulse down, right, to a point of control. It found support there, and now we're having a bit more of a drawdown because, well, the price has gone up for 10, 11 days straight. Now it needs some liquidity. It needs some more buyers. So where can price find more buying pressure? Lower. And so that's what we're experiencing here. You have, remember, Elliott wave theory is fractal, meaning it happens on smaller time frames and happens on larger time frames. You can do Elliott wave theory and apply it to 13-year cycles, or you can apply it to 5-minute cycles. So right now we have a pattern within a pattern. So here is where basically people are like, yeah, we need a correction. It's overvalued at 41,275. And now you get your ABC correction within the ABC correction. And according to Elliott wave theory, the first two waves of the ABC correction are made up of 3-wave ABC correction. So you should get A, B, C, A, B, C, and then the last wave, the fifth wave, or sorry, the last C wave is, if we're talking about a zigzag pattern, is going to be a fifth wave. That's the longest. Or the third wave, the C wave, is going to be the longest, and it's going to be comprised of 5 waves down. So look out for that. And this is, we'll get into that in a second. So basically, you have this head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish pattern, and the measured move is usually the distance from the top to the neckline. So that'll take us down to A, as we kind of foresaw. And the base of that, the strong support, is the 618, which is the golden ratio. So here you're going to get 1, 2, 3. It's going to come back up. It's most likely going to hit this point of control. Ralph Nelson Elliott said that the B wave was typically 62% of the A wave. So if we measure that, this is approximately more than half, so about 62%. It's amazing how accurate these mathematical sort of proportions are. And these people, Ralph Nelson Elliott, Wyckoff, they figured this out 100+ years ago. Anyway, I digress. And then the C wave, again, comprised of 5 waves down. And you can also kind of calculate a percentage of what the C wave will be in proportion to what the A wave is. So If you're interested, like I always say, just have a look. You know, it's all over the internet. You should find some pretty good resources on Elliott wave theory. Anyhow, so we typically, when you look at, so let's go into the 4-hour chart just to remember what we're looking at here. All right, so Bitcoin went up for about 10, 11 straight days. It marked up about 40% from the low of 30,000, and we're now getting a correction. This is the one wave in Elliott wave theory. The two wave is a corrective wave. It typically corrects between 50% and 61.8% of wave one. Okay? And in a very strong trend, it may only correct to the 618, so about 38.2%. So that's a very strong trend. Bitcoin is in a very strong trend. However, it went 11 or 10 or so straight days without correcting, which is unhealthy. And, nature corrects itself and creates or sort of redresses imbalance. So if there's so much action upwards, there has to be a corresponding action downwards to sort of redress that imbalance. This is why I believe that we are coming down to the 382, not the 618. But it's possible. Again, technical analysis is all about possibility, probability rather. But given that our A wave is already almost going to be at the 618, and we still haven't had a B wave of the macro correction, it's more than likely that we're going to retrace to the 382, which is approximately $34,000, 34,732, a bit shy of $35,000. So that would be an optimal entry at this point, given the data that I have right now, August 2nd, 2021. The 382 is a likely bottom for Bitcoin before continuation into the 3 wave, which is going to be the biggest, most impulsive wave. Looking at the symmetry of the pattern, it looks like something about August 4th, August 5th, thereabouts. The morning of August 5th should be when we begin the 3rd wave. And that should be really, really big. All right, now let's look into some other coins. Let's look into Ethereum. So again, you have these patterns and they're playing out all across the board. Why? Bitcoin is the market mover. It has the most dominance. So whatever it does, other coins, other projects are sort of drawn into that gravity to do the same. Here in Ethereum, you have the same. You had a huge markup, big, huge wave one, and now you're going to get a correction, and that correction is also going to take place in the same form as an ABC correction. So you already see that. Here's your A. This is your B coming up. Now you're going to get your C, most likely resting on this 55 EMA. And you can even measure these. Just take your trend lines, measure the A. It's symmetrical. Take that at the point. It's probably going to be about here, the high point. So you see that. So the C wave of the... So again, this is the A wave of the ABC correction. But again, it's fractal. So within the ABC correction, the A is going to be comprised of the ABC pattern as well. So that's going to hit around 2446. Then it's going to come up for B, probably hit about here, 62% of that, right? And then come down most likely to this point of control. So Ethereum, which is, it experiences triple halving. I'm not going to go into that in this video. It's going to make it too long, but just, look up the triple halving, if you will. Basically, Ethereum is more than likely going to be repriced. It's going to do to the upside because it is undergoing a deflationary change in its tokenomics. It is undergoing a huge kind of scarcity, a shock of supply, a supply shock, which will drive its price up. So I think a lot of people are going to be keen on accumulating Ethereum at around $2,300. So let's just keep an eye on that. We'll keep tracking that, but not financial advice, just financial opinion. And having a look very quickly at the ETH dominance. So basically, if you don't know this chart, this is basically calculating the percentage market capitalization of Ethereum within the total crypto market. And that is the dominance. And when you're the most dominant, basically everything else kind of revolves around that project. ETH dominance has been climbing, and it is on an uptrend. So let's see. These kinds of patterns are best viewed in a larger time frame. So you see, you have a descending triangle, which is a bullish kind of pattern, and it's broken out. So it's likely that Ethereum, just goes on a bit of a run. And if you've been in this market, you know that Ethereum's runs are legendary. So that would be a great thing to get into, especially if you're not exposed. It's a great entry to make, just like I said, around that $2,300 mark. All right. So I'm going to want to keep this video short just because, there's so much that we can talk about. But essentially, that's it. Just look at this pattern, these patterns that Bitcoin's forming. Everything else is more than likely to follow. And so if you're looking for entries for your projects, try to chart the ABC correction for your project. And again, if Bitcoin corrects, let's say, let's see how much Bitcoin corrects 15-16%, your small cap alt or medium cap alt is probably going to correct 20-25%. So just keep that in mind. You can also use the Fibonacci retracement tools and try and catch the projects at the 0.5 or the 382. That's always safe. All right, that's it for me for today. I hope that was useful. Thank you for watching or listening till the end. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more. Thanks. See you guys tomorrow.